everyone, welcome to I Make Stuff. This week we're going to be trying something new, something different. We're actually going to etch on glass. So I have a glass cup here. My mom wants me to personalize it with her name. And I have some Armour etching cream that I bought off of Amazon, and I'll link it down below. And this will actually etch a design onto the glass. What I'm going to be using today is Oracal 651. I need my tape to transfer it onto the glass, tape, and the etching cream. I also have a glass cup. So the etching cream only works on glass, it will not work on plastic. So I already have my design ready. It has her name, and it also has a flower because she loves flowers. So I'm going to put this aside, and then we're going to cut out the design onto the vinyl. Once it has been cut, we're going to weed it from the backing sheet. So since this is a stencil, all I have to do is weed off the parts of the design that I want to show onto the glass, which would be her name as well as the flower. Okay, now that the design has been revealed, I'm going to take my transfer tape and then pick up the vinyl from the backing sheet, and then we're going to apply it onto the cup. Okay, here is the design. When you apply the vinyl, you don't have to worry about the bubbles as much. You just have to make sure that the parts of the stencil are completely on the glass, because if this touches any part of the glass, it will actually etch it right away. So what we're going to do is make sure that all of the lines of the words as well as the flowers are perfectly on the glass, but anywhere else on the outside, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if we have bubbles or not, because we're going to be removing the stencil anyway. So I am going to now place the stencil on the glass. So around the words and the names, I'm going to make sure that it is securely onto the glass. So I'm just going to press down, and everywhere else, it doesn't really matter. So let's remove the tape. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that I press down as much as I can around the flowers as well as the name. So as I mentioned here before, I have little bubbles here on the side. It won't actually matter. The most important is the flowers as well as her name. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put a little bit of tape on the side. So just in case the cream rolls off the side, I would be able to catch it and then it won't get onto the glass. So now that I have my masking tape on, what I'm going to do is take a reusable spoon and open up my etching cream. So the etching cream does smell, so just letting you guys know that. And I'm just going to put a generous amount of the cream onto the glass. Making sure that all open areas are covered. So now that is done, we wait about 10 minutes and then we're going to wash it off with water. Okay, so now that I've waited about 10 minutes, I am going to start running the water and then I'm going to wash off the cream from the stencil. If I had ripped it off first and then started washing, the cream would get onto the other parts of the glass and it would etch parts that I don't want it to etch. So I'm just going to start running some water and then I'm going to start washing the cream off. So make sure that you get all the cream off, then you can start ripping off your stencil. Keep the water running and it will help you get the vinyl off of it a lot easier. Okay, so just keep washing, just in case you have any residue. After you're done washing it, you are done. So after you're done washing, all you have to do is wipe it down with a towel. Just make sure that when you're using the Armour etching cream that you do not let little kids touch it. It will burn the skin if it's left on there for a very long time, as well as you don't want them eating a cream that will etch glass. So a few things with the etching cream as well. If the longer you leave it on the glass, the more distinct the etching will be. It does, just like bleach, after a while stops working. So maximum time is about 10 to 15 minutes. If you leave it on for too short of a time, it will be a very light etching. So if you want it to stand out more, leave it on there for a little bit more. If you guys are interested in seeing what other things you could do with etching or other ways to etch, let me know down below. This is a great way for you to personalize a lot of your different glass objects. So let's say you have a Pyrex or you have a glass baking dish and you like to bring it to potluck. You can etch your name on there so nobody will actually take it. My mom is bringing this to a center she goes to with a lot of different people, so she wants to leave the cup there. So just some things that if you guys are interested, you can do this on your own. You don't have to have a cameo cutter, but you just need a stencil material, an X-Acto knife, and then you will be able to make your own designs and etch your own glass. You can do this for champagne flutes, Pyrex, as I mentioned before. Also, when you do etch the Pyrex, it does not compromise the Pyrex, so you can still use it as a baking dish. You can still put it in the oven. Just make sure that after you use the cream, just thoroughly wash the glass before you use it. If you have any other questions, let me know down below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.